Just the red. Come on. Just the red.
Season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollitt, and Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
To the season, USC fucking ready. Fuck out my face. Got my face. They were real close. I'm like Lane Kiffin out this bitch. Like Lane Kiffin out this bitch.
And the Sun Devils ready to get this thing started and open the season. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Complete to start this drive. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Great.
By the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He leaves it with his back. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Gibbs. Here's a heat. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They're on the board first here in the season opener. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback.
Hold on.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
From the gun, running back gets the give. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but...
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, we have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Give to the back. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Snagged in the middle. It's Daniels. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The give to the tailback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
And the Trojans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to ride this running back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
They're going to go for it on fourth down, and remember, from this spot, they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Looking for space. It's Day. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wants to throw. It's Gibbs. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Calls his own number. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. LSU managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the gumbo there in Baton Rouge this week. These Tigers are to blame for this one being this close. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw, it's Gibbs. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. This time he's got his man. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the air, it's Gibbs. Gets it to him on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They're facing a third down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Let's see what they do on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the misconnection on third down.
Not a lot of good plays for third in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. From the gun. Give on the inside. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Not a a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
Now they're going to throw it. Here comes the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is, look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead. Turning it on! Gets it past the marker. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He'll do it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And picking up the 1st down would be nice here, but also important to get some cushion for the punt team. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got him. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. At the 20, he's got space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Fourth down, and a field goal is not going to help much. They'll try to keep the drive alive by converting here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. That may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big stat, so I like the aggressiveness to go for it, especially when you get it. Like, easy decision, right? First down.
They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USC. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Looking for a crease. It's Hatchett. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
The Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Gibbs. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense defense's attention.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Got a man. It's Banks. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. Offense gets set for second down. Scanning the field, it's Gibbs. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Trying to slam in. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Coming out with it, it's Banks. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense ready.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give on the option. Across the 45. On the move is the 30. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
So as a QB, when I'm running the option play, my job is to basically block somebody. How do I block somebody? I run at that defensive end, and I make him commit to me, and then I pitch the football. That's how I do my job. I get it to the running back, and now it's his job to go make things happen out on the perimeter away from all.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona State! And that one will give them the lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The give from the gun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threats.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He'll take it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the right. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it. You practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
And he throws that thing just inside the left upright. It's now a one-point game, 14-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Using his legs, it's Day. The discard, and he's running free. Breaks into the open. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Gives it on the option. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Leaves it with the back. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Dropping back, it's Gibbs. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Leaves it with the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Defense in press coverage. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Florida State may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Doak Campbell Stadium every time. The Noles have been racking up road wins since the Bobby Bowden days, and they get another one today. all that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCown. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from those.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
One of the reasons I love this defense is because their DBs get involved, and they come screaming downfield. That's a pretty good athlete playing quarterback on that run, but because of the speed they have in their secondary, boy, they were able to get to him quickly.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. He's at the 30.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
To the ground with the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Gibbs. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Rides the back and leaves it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe enough. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He got penetration to make the stop in the backfield, and they gave back that 4 they just gained. It's 3rd and 10.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Gibbs. A shot toward the end zone. And it's almost intercepted in the end zone. It's caught, but he's out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass, and a bullet dodged by this offense. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pocket breaking down. Complete to the right. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Line gets set, first down. With things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation.